should have been getting the B footage right there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was.
You're right. That was my B.
All right. So watch here, guys. We're gonna do 2 different mount escapes for this class in 2 different sweeps. Okay, so I'm here in mount, and we've been doing like a lot of just kind of fundamentals to really drill in these different escapes. The 3 main escapes: the hip escape, the knee elbow, the UPA or bridge and roll escape. You know, people are touching your face, they're hitting. With this one, we'll do a little striking application. So if he senses that I'm going back to strike with a slap, with a punch, elbow, whatever, even a little bit, right? Like let's say we were here and you saw me do that, okay? When you see me do that, I want you to frame here, just one hand in the center, elbow up, you're gonna rotate that palm, right? So, you know, and just don't do anything.
Sure.
Bah! Right? You ever been slapped in the ear and it perforates your eardrum? I have, you know, incidentally. It wasn't like malicious, somebody came up but that can happen, okay? So, I'm just gonna start here, just kind of a neutral position. I go to rear back here and he hips out, okay? You really time this a lot, and you can make this work either way. You can come up on top, but for this portion, Justin, walk, like I'm gonna stay tight here a little bit. See how I'm doing that? On your bottom shoulder, keep this, keep it where it's at. On your bottom shoulder, walk away from me, like now hip out. Boom, top knee in first, sit up into double butterfly guard. Boom. Right? Yes. Okay. Let's do this on the sweep. Whatever side you want, pummel over. Okay. We want to fall to our side instead of our back in almost all instances on an elevator or a butterfly style sweep. Okay. So Justin, go ahead and fall to your back. I'm sorry. Yeah, to your side. Sorry. Just boom. Okay. Right here. And go ahead and take mount. Right? And this works too. Oh, hey, then where are you doing this? See, he fell over. He was like, oh, I'm posturing up so I can do the slap part. And I felt him going back, so I pushed him back. Okay? And that is exactly what I was talking about at the beginning, right? So here, he rears back to strike, I frame. Now kind of be tight here. So I cannot hip escape at this point. I can't shrimp out. My hip won't come out from under his leg because he's pinch in with that. Even harder. But watch. Now I can. Boom. Fall to your side. Here. We've been doing even like, hey, if somebody's grabbing you like this, bump and bridge to one to that. Boom. Right? Get that hand on the mat, you can trap it, whatever. Okay? And these are ways like we're doing striking from the mount. Boom, that. Right? You know, so ways to overcome those things. Okay, so anytime somebody's ran back to strike, hip escape, I'm being tight, his shoulder walks back, sits up, falls to his side, not his back. There, he's a little more ready here. Because look where my hip line's at. I could do the shrimp from here. Be real tight. See, but now he's above my hip line. Go ahead, just be down. Here. So I've got to kind of shoulder walk it. Now I can get it. Boom. Here. Okay. Sit back. Watch this too. It's kind of clear. We'll move over a little bit. What if he stands out during your sweep? Doesn't seem like something like people would do, but they will. So color belts, work this in. You try and that'll be the leg. I mean, you both legs, right? Yeah. But he tries to come up. I'm going to my side, right? And see, I can get flattened here. Come back down. So as you're going to your side, and he goes to do that, I'm gonna take this foot off, and I'm gonna start putting it through here. Okay, come back. So again, this is something that people are doing in defense, the sweep. Okay, so you're doing the sweep we just showed. I'm going to the side. He goes to stand up. Go right down. Here. Boom. Good. You do one on me. I'll show you exactly Yeah, butterfly. Okay. So look, try not to put your hand on the mat like that. So if you get swept over it, right, it can hurt. Like this. Right? So see how I'm up on my toes. I don't have anything here. Plant the ball of your foot into the mat as you raise and turn belly down. Right?
Oh.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
Now.
Okay, so that's, and again, it's something for the people that, you know, that train a little bit to think about. But you're going against somebody's game, they're going to stand up during the sweep. All right, so if I stand up, one more time, here. He continues. Right? He postures up to try and slap me. Right? Oh, going that side, huh? Right? As he's posturing up, that's good. And he's going back either side. Somebody's going back, push him back. The framing of the hip, it matters. I'll frame on one side hip, cross hip, both hands in the center, like this a lot. Okay, but that's just a one-arm frame here. When you're doing that, this hand can protect. I wouldn't rely on, but just kind of, just protecting your face. Protecting from getting grabbed. You know what Joel has become incredibly good at from doing straight ankle locks is people grab your head and whoop, he just shuts that immediately. It happened in like 2 of the pants, it happens. 2 of the pants matches that happen. Boom, just shuts it off immediately. Boom, finish. It's, you know, so kind of the same thing. Somebody's doing something like that to you when you're a mount, you'd be surprised you can just kind of bridge, get them hands on the mat, and then they go and posture up. Same thing. If they're going back, frame and push them back. Yes, sir. All right, let's do it. 1, 2.
No, we're
B-roll
footage. B-roll.
B-roll footage. Hi, Miss Cora.
Hi.
How are you today, Miss Cora?
Good.
Wave to the camera, Miss Cora.
Real world force.
Get in the game, yeah.
But his jiu-jitsu instructor, he trained with Carlson Sr. And he died like passed away right before Miguel got his black belt. But like the people that were in that camp was like Miguel Torres, Stephan Bonner, who also just passed away. But Miguel Torres, he's I went to a seminar right after I got my blue belt with him, right? And the details are, maybe they were just as good that day, I remember, but there's a few drills we did that day that I'm like, man, they're just real fundamental, real basic, and this, the way he taught it, was a flow drill. So we did the hip escape. We're gonna do the knee elbow escape now, okay? Okay, so I would like his hands to be on the mat to knee elbow escape. That's kind of like a requisite. Okay, so how can you get hands on the mat? Let's review one. Let's say he's grabbing the back of my head and he's pulling it up, right? So you can hit, right? Boom. Or just to impede, right? We last night in class put your palm on the mat with this hand. Straight arm with this hand on the mat. Yeah. And move my head, move my spine like that. Okay? So I could try and bridge and make him post here, or I could go this side. Either way. If he's grabbing my head, grab my head, pull it. What should I gonna do? I'm gonna bridge. I'm gonna make him have to either roll or base out with that hand. There we go. Now look, here. I wanna invert my toes and knee to the mat so he can't slip his foot under my thigh for any reason. This elbow, and this is the knee and the elbow of the knee elbow escape that I'm talking about, so this is important. This elbow right here is on the inside of his thigh. This is poking under his ankle. I'm pushing back into half guard here. Framing over the top, scooting my hips out. If they're striking involved, start trying to attack. Boom, boom. Coming in here, I can strike too. If he starts trying to posture, I'll point my knee down. If he puts his hand on the mat, I kick it out, start attacking triangles or strikes. Omoplata Kimura on this arm. Okay? Or I just recover. side bars. You know what? This is a good idea for me to hold Justin down, but it was my idea. And Justin, he likes his ideas better. This wasn't his idea. A lot of times when I pull people down like this off of an escape, they do that. Hips up, over, here. Look where we landed. That same sort of idea I was talking about. An arm wedged against the head. Okay, let's say I switch that to here. Bridge and make me post. Watch what his leg does on this side. I'm gonna be looking to take my foot back under his leg, and I can't. He's got his elbow in. Now, invert that heel, Justin. Yes, push it in. Okay, let's get a little detail here. When my hands go on the mat like this, frame over their shoulder. Frame here. Yes. Right? I can't really reach. If I do try to reach, frame my bicep. If I get close, right? Boom. Okay, and this arm's trapped on his neck. Put the foot on the hip. Yes. Good. When I start to posture in the guard, he follows me. Boom. Right here. He grabs my head, or just say we're here. Watch. Boom. Right there. Invert your heel here. Push it in. Frame here. Both hands. If he starts trying to hit here, frame here. Hip out. Put this foot on the hip. We got all sorts of options here, guys. Okay? We're just doing basic guard. And he postures up. Both arms on the same side on this. I don't always trap the arm because I like to do this little interplay with Kimura. If he posts, I was Kimura that arm. Right? A lot of times people really prefer wrapping that arm. Okay? But here, boom, he bridges. He knee elbows. Good. Nice timing, sir. Knee elbow escape. Sit up sweep. White belt moves. All right, let's do it. 1, 2.